This is DXM number 1. This is the divine intervention for me, because the divine is taking their time to intervene. So I guess I'll take the first step and go, hello, divine intervention is intervening. How can you not indulge in your potential when you see people around you fully exaggerating their own, fully taking their own capacity and maximizing it? How can one sit and observe? How 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 can one sit and observe, right? I don't really know what to do from here. This isn't the type of shit I want to make, but this is the type of shit I'm living in right now. So I think cataloging it is a little bit better than trying to figure it out on my own, because it just eats its own tail. So I'm not really doing anything that fills up my pride and joy, and that gives energy to the ego that goes upon this world. You know, the only things that are fueling my ego right now are not useful. So I think it's time to change. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I understand that's not a good mentality to have in these moments. The mentality right now is to take action. Sometimes, sometimes a person just needs a little zap. Just needs a little zap of forgetfulness, right? Of a little ignorance of like, oh shit, separate yourself from this bullshit. You can do a lot. Look at everything you're sitting on. I don't know what it is, but look at everything you're sitting on. I might as well just start sending out shit. And I understand what this looks like. I know what this looks like, okay? But this is the only way for me to like be able to feel like I'm doing something. It's either this or just laying on my bed, zenning out. So give me a fucking second. If they can do it, why can't you? Right? You've got the want. You've got the dream. Plural, the dreams. You've got all your shit figured out. All your shit. You've come to understand your potential from within. You've come to see what stops you. Why do you believe that you have to completely transmute everybody? Why do you think you have to go through the alchemical process? All of the 4 stages for you to then be able to begin. That's something I've told myself for a fucking while. Then why don't you listen to yourself? What type of fucking encouragement do you need besides the theories that have been proven countless of times that you found for yourself and for the way you work? What the fuck else do you need? Divine intervention isn't coming because you are the divine intervention. So what is this fucking pity for? What is all of this guilt for? What is all of this stuckness, stuffiness, paralyzation for? Oh, it's too hot. It is very hot. And this big t-shirt isn't helping with it, but it's suffocating. It's suffocating, bro. Man, I've been singing about like sad shit, right? I haven't developed my musical style or voice, not close to the way I should have. But even so, I look back, and I observe, and I say, I mean, your songs do seem pretty sad lately. I mean, I don't mean anything by that, but just by observing, they do seem a bit different. Maybe you change that. Maybe you do something with that. Maybe I'll go find myself some friends, colleagues, like-minded individuals in the sense of pursuit of wonder and creation. And with them, I could feel terrible about just at the level I am and get extremely inspired and then move on to, there's a word for that, and then, what the fuck is the, you know what I mean? And then move on to, there's a fucking, okay, and then moving on to actual, prime type of business. There's no reason not to. You can make a living off it. Why wouldn't you? And what if I can only do it for, let's say, 5 years? What if that's all the creative juice I have? Just 5 years of creative juice. I can, and then, what if those would be some experimental fucking moments of this journey, They would be something completely different to what I've been living in for the past 23 years. So, why not? And what if it's just 3 years? Nobody remembers after 200. Sometimes not everybody is here to change the entire world. And that's alright. That's just okay. So enjoy your journey anyway. and quit it with the philosophical bullshit. It's driving you insane. Oh, yeah. And I lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry. I thought I would regain it, but I haven't. So, and so and so. I think I have more to say. I can pause this. Calling all cyber rat race artists to the clearing, hear ye how the wind storms screaming. But while I am on the philosophical juju train, all this philosophical juju is all mentalism. That's the first principle. That's the first hermetic principle. It's mentalism. And everything comes from that. Why is it number one? Ask yourself, why is it number one? Why can't you do all the other ones without number one? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Minus times minus equals plus. I've been using that in my philosophical endeavors for a very long time, but I've been using it wrong. I've been saying minus plus minus equals plus. And yesterday I was told that was wrong. And I thought you'd have to hear about that too, so I felt less bad about it. Mathematics is simple logistics, man. Anyways, I'm just filming this because I don't know what to do. Lately, I haven't been able to even sit with myself, which is very sad because I used to. Because I used to. And now I don't. So I'd rather sit with myself on camera. Not even talking to a third person. I'm talking to 0 people right now. You know the difference? If you can tell the difference, then you understand exactly what point I am, okay? There's talking in a perspective where you know other people are hearing you, though they are not in your vicinity of reception. So it's all like here, so you're kind of performing for them. And then there's talking to 0 people. 0 people means nothing. 0 people means the void of nothing. You know what I mean? So yeah, crazy. The therapist in my head tells me that I am far too engaged in trying to solve my current thought obsessions. And I should be much more focused on taking action into whatever the fuck it is. And then your thought obsessions will become visible in a broader perspective. But that's just the therapist in my head. And I don't really listen to him because he's in my head. And that's crazy. You're listening to somebody in your head? That's insane. They might be telling you like really mean stuff and you might actually be saying, oh shit, that could be true. Holy shit. I think they're right. And you never realize that it's a rat. It's a little, it's not just one rat, it's many rats that are talking in unison and they're like, and you're like, holy shit. But I'm also a rat. So they must be telling me rat truths. They will be not rat lying. Why would they be rat lying? It's not like I'm a rat king. They want to take my throne. Whoa. What? What are you even talking about? Why are you talking about rats? That's fucking crazy, man. Stop talking about rats, they're gross. Ew. Yeah. You know how we have the collective need to forget? And it's not a conscious collective need. It's an unconscious collective fate that we somehow stumble upon always. And I will give you an example. Have you ever heard of a famous library that was burned down? That was crazy. Just saying. Have you ever heard of people talking about how we collectively forget and then we remember and then we forget again? With this, sometimes I think, oh, am I tapping into my consciousness, unconsciousness? Or am I tapping into the collective unconsciousness? At the end of the day, isn't it the same? Well, then, I should probably do something about it. But we don't have useful libraries anymore. Can I burn down the internet? But it's an archive. But do we really need the archive? Well, you're going to post this on the archive. Yes, but I'm going to burn it down. What? How are you going to succeed? Oh, it would be terrible for you to do that then. You would take the opportunity out of people's hands. It would set back the world a very long time. I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't really do that. I didn't really know how to. I haven't coded in such a long time. I forgot how to code the cute cat picture. Don't know how to do that anymore. Can burn down the internet. That would be crazy. That would be like a rat talking in your head. That would be insane.